Okay. So these are the things we have learned. These are things I expect that you know how to do. Tommy, please stop talking. Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs down, rational, irrational. Thumbs up, you feel like you get it. Thumbs down, you don't understand. Thumb in the middle, you need some more practice. Okay? Calculating the square roots. Well, you take the square root, you take the two numbers above it and below it, subtract it, put it over the bigger numbers, divide it, yeah?
I just need to figure out the
Sam, you got what? Bring it here, let me see. Thumbs up, thumbs down, stories in a graph, chart, and equation. Yes? Need you practice? Yes! Good job. Okay. Similar figures. Are these similar figures? Or not? Yes? Are we good?
What do you mean,
similar figures. One, similar figures have, that's a check for you too. Similar figures, angles are the same, sides are in proportions. So you can set up a fraction with a missing side and cross multiply. We're going to practice that also. Dilations can make things bigger or smaller.
I have a figure.
Yes?
So for, I'm sorry, go on.
Okay. These are, you might want to write these down. These are the things that I will expect for you to know how to do for the test that we're going to have on Thursday. This is actually up in Google Classroom. It's called wrapping things up. Yes.
Yeah, I think we should do a quick review.
We're gonna do that.
No, on the rational numbers.
Okay. I can make sure we do that too. What do we still have coming up? Still coming up, we're going to cover direct proportion versus indirect, proportional or non-proportional information, fraction review this week, adding, subtracting, multiplying, mostly dividing fractions. And then after the test, we're going to be combining like terms and solving equations. So that's what we have coming up.
You would be nice to limit distance on you right now.
I think we saw the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that calculator in school we did that
Yep.
one sheet?
Yeah.
There's like 50 of them.
Okay. Today is all of the things we're going to talk about today. Everything we're going to write down right now are things we've been working with. We just haven't necessarily wrote them down explicitly or put names to them or like found differences so you can like know which is which and what to call them. Okay? Does anyone need more time with that before I start making notes for you to write down? Yes, sir. Good job.
I was like
He
one
was just
off.
his pencil off.
Did you write stuff down, Jameson?
Yeah, I was.
Oh.
Show you.
I was 2 off before. I was
Tyler,
2
you
off.
raised the thumb up.
Yeah, good job.
Here.
Yep, good job.
Jameson is cheating.
If anybody wants a copy of it, it's mental math if you want to do it. I'm happy to. Okay. November 16th. So here are some things we need to wrap up and synthesize. A proportional equation.
I think I've seen that star.
What did you say?
Are we supposed to write this in our planner? Your planner?
In your notebook. These are notes. I want you to guys write this down. A proportional equation goes through the origin, so that it goes through 0, 0.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys should all watch.
proportional equation goes through the origin when it's graphed and has a direct variation, y equals kx.
What do you mean a direct variation?
As one goes up, the other goes up. Do we want a check or a service?
It goes row 4.
Okay.
That's super rude.
R-N-I-K.
Just do what I
Okay, has a direct variation. So that means that as one goes up, the other goes up. If one goes down, the other goes down. What other names do we have for x? I mean for k. We've called it several things in class so far. What's,
Variable.
well, it is a variable, yes. I'm looking for something that has to do with maybe the rate of change.
Oh, I know it. No. Stop it. Shut up. I'm fighting with this.
Are you arguing with yourself?
She needs an
Well, it's less of myself, more of multiple people.
Anybody here a therapist?
Multiple people in your head or multiple people around you?
In my head.
Multiple personality disorder.
I can summon.
Oh, shit.
Okay, rate of change. What else do we call this k?
What is it? It's
Psychotic break.
Constant of
I
variation.
said that.
Cool kids plan.
What is the most recent one that we learned?
Slow.
Slope.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. None of this is new and exciting, right? This is like, yep, we already did this. But this is some vocabulary. If we were to do a map test or a STAR test, this is some of the vocabulary that goes along with what you already know how to do. Okay? I just want you to be able to recognize what you've learned and be able to know what they're talking about when they ask you. Non-proportional. Do you guys need more time? Or are you with me?
I'm with you. I'm actually only at 7.
It does not go through the origin.
Oh, so it starts at like 1?
Yeah. So an example might be y equals 3x minus 2. If it was y equals 3x, that would be a direct variation, a proportional equation.
What's x?
What is x?
If y equals 3x,
Okay. So the y and the x are placeholders because it might be something it's something we don't know. So for example, if this represents maybe snowfall, it falls 3 inches,
2 inches snow.
but but you were in a cup that was 2 inches deep already, right?
Wait, so like a pit? 2 inches down?
Yeah, maybe it's like a flower flower pot,
we're in a flower pot.
and it's 2 inches deep, right?
What?
You don't see my flower pot?
It's very good.
How old are you?
I mean, you should make it less cone-like.
Less what?
Cone-like. That's good.
Better.
I feel like this is going like way
Now
too
you gotta put legs on the table, or else you gotta put legs on the table.
Yeah, make a table.
You don't survive
No.
things, shit.
Build the house.
So anyways,
When can I go home?
Luke, y equals x plus 2. X equals minutes, it's been snowing,
Okay,
and y equals amount of snow.
so I get it.
Wouldn't that be the opposite way, actually?
And then it has a starting of 3.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, no,
Yeah, that's 3 extra, so.
because the independent variable is x. The minutes it's been snowing is independent about the amount of snow, but the amount of snow, the amount of snow depends on how many minutes it's been snowing. So we would put unknown numbers in here, right, Luke? If it's been snowing 0 minutes, then it's at -2. If it's been snowing for 1 minute, it's at -1. If it's been snowing for 2 minutes, it's at 4.
Wouldn't that actually just be at 1?
Yeah, thank you. No. Yeah,
Yeah,
wait.
because
Yep.
times 1 minus 2.
Yep. Do you see, Luke? So the x and the y are placeholders so we can find out information. So if I asked you, how tall was it after 50 minutes, you could just do 3 times 50 minus 2, and that will tell you how tall the snow is.
148.
Yes, yes. Okay. How do we feel about that? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to erase this.
Body. Dude, I'm so good at it. I can find the imposter right when we start moving. Nathan, I'm so good at it. I know the imposter when we see people. Right when the game starts, if they run left, they're the imposter. Usually, you would run down to card sweepers to call attack.
That's the weird part.
I can make 3 different situations where
Nathan, are you better imposter?
You couldn't find a trash can.
I'm a better. Right when the game starts in cafe, I already know who's the imposter from their footsteps.
Who has your phone then?
Jameson, are you better imposter? Jameson, are you better imposter?
Hey, class.
Yes.
Class.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We're going to write down some stuff about a horizontal line.
I actually never knew which way horizontal was.
Horizontal is like the horizon.
I'm not gonna remember it.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I need your attention now. Horizontal line. This says that if x is 1, y is 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. If x is 5, y is 3. If x is 27, y is
3.
If x is -4, y is
3.
So it doesn't matter what x is, y equals 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
3.
What would an equation be?
Is it the same as opposite?
Good job.
What would the equation of this line be?
It would be
Y equals -2.
Y equals -2. I want you to write this down. Somewhat. I want you to write something down because I'm going to expect for you to know how to do this, and you might get turned around in the moment. A horizontal line is always y equals a number.
Hold up.
A horizontal line is always y equals some number.
Y equals 0.
What?
Y equals 0.
If y equals 0, that is possible. It's just going to be right here.
Look at that. So good.
Do we have to make that little picture that you made?
No, only if it helps you. I would think it probably does help you, though.
I only work with
Yes.
colors.
Yeah.
Wait, so you want us to write y equals
Y equals 3, y equals 2, y equals -2. Those are horizontal lines. Yes.
Does it work with also vertical lines so you know x equals 3?
That's exactly what we're going to do next. Yes. A vertical line. If it is a vertical line, it's x equals some number. vertical lines are all x equals some number. So if there is only one variable, that means it just stays the same, either up and down or side to side.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mrs. Cummings, I have a question.
Yes.
What do you think of that thing over there in the corner?
Stop talking. No, she's talking about her.
I'm not sure what you're asking, and I'm not going to answer. Yes. I'm so sorry. I can't hear you. Yes. Bethel?
Is this gonna be on the test?
Yeah. Questions about this? Okay. Good. That's all for the review. We're going to do some work now.